Welcome. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
In the back? Excellent. Welcome to the 9th Annual Montgomery County History Conference. I'm Matt Logan, the new Executive Director of the Historical Society. I have been here about 2 months, and though I have met some of you, and the ones I've met have been incredibly warm and welcoming, I want to encourage those of you who I don't know to come and say hi and introduce yourself, because a friend of history is certainly a friend of mine, and this is such a warm, welcoming group. I look forward to getting to know all of you. My job today is to do two things. First is we need to acknowledge some folks, and then I have some housekeeping announcements I want to make. But though the Historical Society is the host of today's event, it wouldn't be possible without the work of a whole lot of people. And I want to start with our organizing committee. And if you're in the organizing committee, when I read your name, please, wave your arms and bring attention to yourself, because I know that's why you do this. Heather Boslog with Montgomery Parks. Oh, way in the back. Yeah. Susan Soderberg of the Germantown Historical Society. Diana Cohn, Historic Tacoma. Is Diana in here yet? Scott Whipple. I've not seen Scott today. How could I? He's the traffic cone. You'll be seeing periodically throughout the day. Hi, Scott. Marion Green with the Strathmore up there. Hall Foundation. Nancy Picard with Peerless Rockville. Clarence Hickey of our Montgomery County Historical Society Speakers Bureau, Dr. Stone Street, and Terry Lakeen, also, hi Terry, with Peerless. There are two people who deserve kind of extra special thanks who served on this committee that, quite frankly, if it wasn't for their work, this event wouldn't happen this year. And that's the inimitable Alan McGuckian. You all know Eileen, obviously, and what she can do for us. And then, of course, Kathy Wilson, who is our office manager at the Historical Society. And I'm sure she is in the background somewhere. But so this organizing committee is always looking for new ideas, new blood, and so forth. So if you're interested, you're willing, you're able, we would love to have you join us in the future. And as we begin planning, we already have a meeting scheduled for February to begin planning for the next event. So I mean it very much that we welcome your participation. I want to thank Mr. Bress McCoy, our videographer in the back. Brett is videotaping all of the sessions that are taking place here in the auditorium, and is volunteering his artistic and technological skills today. So if you have friends who weren't able to attend, hopefully we'll get this up on YouTube or some other site and allow people to see these good sessions. And of course, there's a bunch of other volunteers that are kind of in the background and have been doing all kinds of things. There are too many to recognize individually, but I do want to recognize Pat Anderson, who's our librarian, who's been coordinating those folks. So thank you, Pat, for that. And what would I be as an executive director if I didn't talk about the money? So I have to thank our sponsors and supporters, starting with the Montgomery County government, the Arts and Humanities Council of Montgomery County, and then Heritage Montgomery and the Maryland Heritage Area Authority. They all have been financial supporters that have been invaluable. We also have got sponsorship for 2 of the sessions today, which I think is kind of a neat model that we may want to pursue more in the future. And that's from the Archaeological Society of Maryland, and then of course the Mary Kay Harper Center for Suburban Studies. So thank you to those organizations. But I think the most important financial supporters are those of you who are here in the room. And show of hands, because see who of you are members of the Historical Society. Oh my God. Perfect. I love this. Virtually all of you are, and so I want to thank you for that. If you're not, come and talk to me, and we'll find out why you aren't, and I'll do what I can. I may take your car keys. There's things, we have our ways. But so finally, I have a few announcements I want to make. During the session, please shut off all your electronic devices. And if you have to keep it on for any reason, certainly mute that. That would be very much appreciated. I think you've all had a chance to kind of see the layout of the building a little bit. Upstairs, where we were gathering, we're going to have a snack in the middle of the morning, and then in the afternoon. That's also, we're going to have boxed lunches. The lunches will be provided upstairs. Our other sessions are going to be in the building next door. It's 9601A/R. And this is 9601 also. You'd think they might be able to find another number to use, but anyway, it's that way. So if you go out the door, just go to your right, and then as you enter the lobby there, our rooms are to the left, and we've got a very big room for those sessions. So you can take your box lunch if you're going to see the Gems of the Collection session, for instance, and if it's crowded upstairs, you can always take your lunch over to the other building. The restrooms in this building are right up here, the elevator's over here. So are there any questions about layout, those kinds of things? You'll note on your program that the 4 courthouses of Montgomery County session has been replaced by one that Ralph Buglis is going to provide on 1 and 2 room schoolhouses in the county. And I just want to thank Ralph personally for being available on short notice, and I'm really excited to see that session, so thank you, Ralph. In your folder, there will be a number of sheets, but there's a lavender sheet that is the evaluation form. Please take a look at that, and by the end of the day, or whenever you need to leave that with us. I know Scott, maybe that's why you're wearing the bright orange jacket. We'll be collecting those evaluation forms, and we actually read those, and it feeds into our planning for next year, and so we take that very seriously, so please provide that back to us. You'll also see on a yellow sheet, I believe, a form for registration as a History Day judge. History Day, if you're not familiar, is a competition with middle and high school students. It starts at the school level, goes up to a local or county level, onto the state, and then the national competition takes place in College Park, Maryland. And so it's a very exciting opportunity to get young kids interested and engaged in history. There's you can do an exhibit, research papers, websites, documentaries, performances, so it really is able to capture a lot of different interests. We need about 100 judges to do that, and it doesn't take any special training. You don't have to have a PhD, though I'm sure there's many in this room. But if you're able and willing to help us out on March 14th, that's a Saturday, we very much appreciate your assistance. And finally, before I leave that, there's a woman here, Amanda Elliott. Is Amanda, where is she? Yay! Amanda is our brand new education coordinator. She's so new, she hasn't even started yet. She starts on Monday. So if you're particularly interested in History Day, seek out Amanda. She'll be coordinating that event for us. So, and finally, there's a pink form. This is my personal insertion into the packet. That is, the Historical Society has had some turnover in staff and so forth, and we are setting a new course. And in order to do that, we need the feedback from our stakeholders. And it is essential that you provide us with your perceptions of how we're doing, what we're doing well, what we could be doing better. Please take that very seriously. As a member, it's in some ways an obligation, because as a nonprofit, our job is to serve the community. That's why we have tax-exempt status. If you don't provide that back to us, we don't know exactly what the community wants and expects and demands. So please provide me with that feedback. So I think I'm done with all the preliminaries. Again, are there any questions? Great. So